Mm-hmm. And we're back. That's how they say
really?
it,
Really? Was that how we're starting?
Oh, no, let me turn this on.
Alright guys, it's real cold and wet and raining.
It's sucky.
And it's real.
But you know what? We got our coffee done.
Cheers.
So it's kind of like we cheaped you guys out because the coffee run is like after we got coffee.
Pre-coffee.
Look, we were cold
Post-coffee.
and we knew if we tried to do this before then, everything would be jittery.
That's true.
And now it's going to be coffee jitters. All right, today's discussion. What sound would be the scariest if you could hear it? What sound that people cannot hear would be the scariest?
Oh man. I don't even know where to begin with that.
I know there's so many options.
Is there?
Yes.
Like what?
So the
Give me
one-
some examples
The
and
one
then
that came to my mind was the death of a fly. Just think of how terrifying that would be. You could hear a fly's final.
I feel like I would just be laughing. I feel like it'd be really high
That's
pitched.
so mean.
Just like
I lived a good life.
that was a good week and a half. Goldfish? Like if they are we going see now we're going
I
animals,
know,
but that would be like
I mean, anything, yeah.
like you could
We're going
hear
existential.
as the bubble pops. Like it's a scream of it's getting dark.
This got
I
dark
must have
real
got
quick.
dark coffee this morning.
That's right. That dark roast.
I don't know what else besides
Yeah, where do you go after death of animals?
right?
I bet that tree that falls in the forest when no one's around to hear it.
I was wondering if we were ever going to get to that conversation off of these stupid coffee runs. And we're already here in episode 4. Is this 4?
Yeah,
Something like
it's
that.
4.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what else. I'm just saying, death of animals, that would be scary. And that was the question.
Yeah.
People's inner thoughts. That'd be pretty terrifying.
I would hate to like be able to hear everybody's thoughts. That'd be like the worst superpower.
Oh God, yeah, what an awful power. Where do we go from here? I would like to know what everybody else would say.
I feel like this is too deep for a coffee run talk. We need something more lighthearted than like.
Well, that's just because you asked me for an example and I went dark.
Yeah, you went real dark real quick.
Well, I was trying to think of what things people can't hear. And, wind comes to mind. But then...
But you said it had to... What was the question again?
But it had to be scary. So what sound would be the scariest sound?
If you could hear it.
If you could hear it.
That goes back to the tree question.
Right.
Does it even make a sound if you can't hear it?
I mean, it has to. It still makes a sound. Just nobody was there to hear it.
Did it?
Unless you're saying that...
Did it?
But unless you're trying to say that sound only exists if someone is there to hear it.
That's the question.
Is that the question?
This is like...
That's a dumb question.
This is
because
like the
sound
fourth
still
dimension.
exists.
Just because you can't see it.
Is
Is there a fourth dimension?
Is there sound in space? Haven't we always been told no?
Well, if you're yelling in space and nobody can hear it, are you actually making a sound?
If you guys go to our Buy Me a Coffee and we raise enough money, we're going to space!
Elon Musk! Let
Yeah.
me get that ticket. It's only like 22 million.
The coffee astronauts. The coffee launch.
Oh my god.
Well, no, I mean, I've always heard that sound doesn't... Because there's nothing there for it to bounce off of, I guess.
But if you know you're making noise that would actually make a noise, is there still sound? Like,
I mean, it still makes a sound. Right?
this is the question!
It's not the question. I don't know. I never understood that whole thing when people ask that because it's still going to make a sound. I've never heard a tree be silent when it falls.
That's because you're around to hear it.
But okay, so are these trees just like
silently.
I'm going down loud this time.
Yeah.
And then when no one's around, they're
here's
like,
Aaron. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ah!
Crackle, crackle. Oh God.
Yeah. I think. Oh.
So when no one's around and a tree falls, they're just like, what's the point?
Yeah. You know what?
Just gonna lay down.
I'm just gonna go in the bathtub, take some pills.
God. That's dark.
We'll edit that part out.
Photosynthesize this. That's awful. This is the darkest. 4 episodes in. This is the darkest timeline.
This is how we lose that one subscriber.
Yeah. Or how we gain a bunch of emo kids.
Yeah.
Hey, come on board.
Mm-hmm.
We're okay with it. I'm trying to think where we can go from here.
The only place to go is up. We've gone so far
true.
down.
That's true. I don't know. Just think about the flies. Think about the flies.
Mm-hmm. It's scary.
We probably should do this stuff after we drink coffee.
Yeah. Because we're still talking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had any caffeination today.
And we're always open to people dropping questions, so we can use those. In fact, we encourage it, because otherwise we have to go figure out dumb questions like this and then get into debates that have been raging for millennia.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that it's been probably Plato or somebody was like, but if a tree in the forest were to fall,
Plato?
Wouldst thou hearest as it crackled to the ground?
Why?
But yeah, so I'm going to say a dying animal, particularly a dying fly, would be a scary sound to hear. People's thoughts, close second. But nobody really wants to think about that.
No.
So, yeah.
We like animals. We support animals.
So give them the spiel, Matt.
Go to the YouTube, which you're on. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications.
Oh, we have a new thing now, and it's ironic to our show. It's actually for our podcast, Beards and Comics, but it's called buymeacoffee.com/Beards and Comics. I think, yeah, just Beards and Comics.
Yeah.
And you can
Buy us a coffee.
You can buy. It's called Buy Me a Coffee, but
It goes to production. Thank you.
yeah, which would some of that's used for buying coffee.
This is
So-
production.
Yeah, we're producing right now. This is production.
Yep.
As you can see, we're back at Duncan, if you're listening and haven't responded to my email.
Come on, Duncan.
Actually, I did respond to my email. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Oh.
But yeah, so yeah, hey, do all the stuff Matt said. We'll be back with another episode wearing these same clothes.
And it's still going to be cold and rainy.
It's still going to be cold and rainy, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time.
Later.